Well, hello. This is part 2 of imaginary numbers. Hey, do these 3 problems right here real quick. I think you can. I don't know why it's dark in here. Okay, so notice whenever you have a negative under the square root, you gotta pop your eye out. Gotta pop your eye out. Now here I break it up, square root of 25. Square root of 2 and the square root of -1. Square root of 25 is 5. Square root of -1 is I, and then square root of 2. Now remember, these are called imaginary numbers because they have an I. So this would be 3 plus 4 is 7. I minus 3I is minus 2I. Now, today I want to work on some more operations with your I. So remember, we said on the last video that I squared equals -1. So whenever you see I squared, you change it to -1 because it's the same thing. So if I have 2I and I want to multiply it to 3I, you would say, hey, 2 times 3 is 6. I times I is I squared. Oh, but wait a minute, I squared is -1, so it's 6 times -1, which is -6. Now, I'm going to put 2 problems on here. I want to see if you can figure out how to do these 2. Go ahead. Oh, what is it? I don't know. So, okay, that one and this one. See if you can figure those out for me, please. I would appreciate it. Okay, well, we should know how to do this. It's distribution. But instead of having just a 2, you got an I with it, so you're distributing an imaginary number. So it'd be 6I. 2 times 3 is 6, and you got that. And then 2I times 8I would be 8I squared. But wait a minute. I squared's -1. -1 times 8 would be -8. Now, normally you put your I term second. So it's always written as A plus BI. Now, what do you think you do here? That's right, you gotta furl it. So 3 times 4 is 12. 4I minus 6I is minus 2I. And I times minus 2I would be minus 2I squared. And I squared's -1, so a negative and a negative is positive, so that'd be plus 2. 12 plus 2 is 14. So go ahead and figure out these 2 then. Oh, I know you can do it. Just try. So go ahead and get started. Go ahead. So you can turn the video off, by the way. Okay, good. So let's FOIL. You've done this before. Oh my goodness, you've done this before. So it's 1 times 3 is 3. 15I minus 2I is minus 13I. And 5I times minus 2I is minus 10I squared. So, I squared's -1. Negative and negative is plus 10. So it'd be 13 minus 13I. We've done all this before. We're just adding a little bit that I squared is -1. Now over here, I got a square on a sum or difference, so you got to write it twice and FOIL it. Yes. So it'd be 3 times 3 is 9. 12I is 24I. And then 4i times 4i is 16i squared. But you got it right. But wait a minute, I squared is negative 1, so this would be minus 16. 9 minus 16 is negative 7. See, this is so easy. This is free points. I'm giving it to you, free points. Now, division. So remember, you're not allowed to have a radical in the denominator. And technically, I is a radical. So what would I do to get rid of my I? Well, remember, I squared is negative 1. So I just multiply the top and the bottom by I. So this would be 2i over I squared. But I squared is negative 1, so it's negative 2i. It's not bad, is it? So what if I have 10 over 3i? Again, this should be easy. I squared is negative 1, so you just multiply the top and the bottom by I. So it'd be 10i over 3i squared, which is a negative 10i over 3. So if you just have a product on the bottom of a number and I, you just multiply the top and the bottom by I. Yes. Here's the tricky one. What if I have this, 1 over 2 plus I? Now think of the radicals. What did we do when we had division? Well, okay, you just multiply by the same term, but switch the sign in front of the second term, in this case, the I. So now they give this a name. It's called the conjugate. The conjugate. Conjugate. That's also the word you use when a prisoner asks another prisoner if they understand something. Conjugate. Oh, mercy. So here you go. Distribute this. 2 minus I over, FOIL this out. You get 2 times 2 is 4. 2i minus 2i, it drops out. I times minus I is minus I squared. So it'd be 2 minus I over 5, because I squared is negative 1. Minus a minus is plus. 4 plus 1 is 5. So, okay, what would this be then? Well, again, it's just like the radicals. So you have 3 over 5 minus 2i. So we'd multiply the conjugate. Prisoner has some. Oh, I just got the joke. Ha ha ha. So 5 plus 2i over 5 plus 2i. So distributed be 15 plus 6i over 25 minus 10i plus 10i, 0. Minus 2i times 2i is minus 4i squared. So 15 plus 6i over 29. So let's make it more fun. 4i over 6 minus 2i. So go ahead, do it. Okay, good. You tried it. So it'd be 6 plus 2i over 6 plus 2i. So distribute the top, you'd have 24i plus 8i squared over, FOIL it out, 36 minus 12i plus 12i, that goes a bye-bye, minus 4i squared. Let's see, I squared is negative 1, that'd be plus 4, 36 plus 4, and this would be I squared is negative, so that'd be minus 8 all over 40. Now, if I'm reading this right, 8 would go into every term, And normally you put the I term second. So I'm going to rearrange this. -1 plus 3i over 5. So I move this over here and divided by 8, and move this over here and divided by 8. So that's where this comes by. Okay, well, let's see. I see my time is up. So, of course, we'll do more of this in class. Have a happy day in every way. Bye-bye.